This is Light as a Feather Tarot. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, January mid-month, 2019. So first I'd like to start off with channeled messages, and then I will pull some cards and see what the messages show. Alright, so for your channeled messages, they're saying baby steps. If things or a situation is overwhelming, then break it into smaller pieces. Also ask for help. So if you have a work project and you're just like, oh my gosh, like the deadline is here and you're only focused on that, break it into pieces and put deadlines within deadlines. That way you can give yourself so much time to finish each section so that you know that you're prepared and you're going to be ready for that date to actually submit your project. Or if it's a bad relationship, or friendship, or something's not working, take it into pieces. You know what I mean? Just break it into small pieces. You can control what you control, and what you can't, you can't. So basically, those are the channeled readings. Again, this is for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And this is for January 2019, the 16th through the 31st. All right, so let's see. So for your angel card, you have in the near future. Overall energy, 2 of Swords, 5 of Wands, the Empress, and the Page of Swords. So with the 2 of Swords, right off the bat, that lets me know that you have mental energy going on, mental stress. You have two decisions to make. So you're almost kind of like at a crossroads. Like, should I do this? Should I do that? And then you have the 5 of Wands here. Wands typically point to work. So maybe there's some type of conflict going on at work. And then you have the Empress here, which is upright, which is always good. Empress is grounded energy. It could point to fertility. I have to pull some clarifiers. You could tell she's pregnant in this card, but it doesn't always mean that. But she's grounded. She's listening to her intuition. She trusts in the universe. And then you have the Page of Swords here with this person. Their energy, they could be very sharp with their tongue. They speak before they think. Could say very hurtful things. Very immature energy. Very aggressive. So let's see what the clarifiers are saying. So for the 2 of Swords, all right. So for the 2 of Swords, you have the 8 of Pentacles. All right. So this is pointing to work or finances. So you're working at your craft right now. That's what you're doing. You're bettering yourself. You're working hard in your craft. You're determined. You're focused. You have the King of Cups in reverse. So I'm feeling that this is somebody else. This could be a manager, a boss, could be a love interest. If it is a boss, maybe he is putting a lot of pressure on you, maybe unnecessary pressure, coming off kind of, like a king. He is in reverse, so he isn't happy. Maybe he's about his business. Maybe he's a little insensitive. Maybe he's very emotional to the point where it's passionate. And he could just come off a little bit like just too much, like kind of like chill out, And then you have the 7 of Swords, but you have the 7 of Swords in reverse. So maybe you feel that Maybe you feel that maybe his energy was a little deceitful. You didn't agree with the situation. He knows that you know. So maybe almost like he was caught. Um, you know, maybe his morals or his principles are in question. And maybe that affected you. Maybe that affected you work-wise. Maybe that affected you emotionally. But don't worry, because you got the Wheel of Fortune. So that wheel is going to turn, and it's going to be definitely in your favor. So the Five of Wands with all of this. All right. So Five of Wands, arguing, fights, not seeing eye to eye. You have the Queen of Swords here. So this could be your energy, or it could be another person's energy. So with the Queen of Swords, So with the Queen of Swords here, she basically does not hold back. She clearly states, right is right and wrong is wrong. That's what they're saying. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And then you have the Justice card here, or Judgment card. So if you, in this group of people of Five of Wands that have been bickering, going back and forth, not working together, if you have been living or handling the situation in a morale way, then you have nothing to worry about. And then you also have the devil here in reverse. So maybe you were obsessed with the arguing and the bickering, and you've come out of that. You've kind of cut those chains loose. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing with Judgment there. As long as, you were handling yourself in an appropriate manner, being fair to people, not undermining or being sneaky. Okay, so then also with the Empress card, you have Strength. So with the Strength card here, you could tell that she's completely trusts the Lion. So to me, this represents the universe. Like you truly have faith in the universe. You're letting the universe guide you. You're listening to your intuition. You're grounded. You're making sound decisions. And you have the Page of Swords here. Okay, so with the Page of Swords, let's see. Okay, so with this situation, there's a lot of people in this situation. So you have the Justice card. So if all else fails, you know that the situation is going to be handled fairly and justly. But with this Page of Sword here in the World in reverse, and you have the Knight of Swords energy, and I'm almost feeling like that's your energy, bringing in that clear communication. But with the World in reverse, I almost feel like that Page of Swords has something to do with this Five of Wands. Maybe they're the root of all of the conflict and judgment. And maybe this person doesn't fully understand the necessary steps in the situation, like the journey itself. So because of their lack of journey, and then this is a page too, so it doesn't have to represent a younger person, but a younger energy mindset. So because of that immaturity, they're not truly understanding, the situation. They're not finding that the situation is handled in a just way. But I feel like with you, this energy is your energy with the Knight of Swords. Like, you're having clear communication. And especially with the Empress and strength, you have clear communication. You're speaking from a grounded place. And soon enough, this will be a thing of the past. I don't think that you're going to have to worry about this Page of Swords anymore, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, turning in your favor. So that's pretty much what I'm getting for mid-month January. Like I said, all of my contact information is below. And thank you for watching.